The next time an algorithm denies someone a job, a mortgage, or even life-saving treatment, ask this: did a human review that decision? And if so, did they truly understand the system behind it? Because here's the truth: if your data protection impact assessment can't be read by both a data scientist and a lawyer, you're not doing AI governance, you're doing damage control. Welcome to Lawtificial Integrity. I'm Anja Merchant. Today, we're unpacking something that we, AI and data protection advisors, are frequently confronted with while advising in-house AI product teams or big law clients, rolling out AI tools in medium and high-stakes sectors. And it's a challenge I examined deeply during my time at the University of Cambridge, studying artificial intelligence, the ethics of AI, and the legal architecture needed to support meaningful human oversight. Here it is. Every AI system involving human review must include two distinct types of descriptions within a data protection impact assessment: a technical description and a high-level description. A data protection impact assessment is your AI system's legal and ethical flight check, a structured way to assess and manage its potential impact on people's fundamental rights. But one version doesn't speak to all. This was something Cambridge drilled into my mind: that oversight without clear communication is merely legal theatre. The technical description is written for engineers, risk analysts, and DPOs. It dives into training data, model architecture, performance metrics, and mitigation controls. And before you ask, yes, data protection officers or DPOs are expected to understand technical aspects, but at a functional, risk-aware level, not necessarily at a deep engineering level. DPOs may not code, but need enough technical literacy to flag legal risk and ask the right questions. The high-level description, on the other hand, is designed for business leads, legal teams, compliance reviewers, especially for the humans placed in the loop, expected to spot red flags and act on them. Why both? Because the person coding the model and the person reviewing its decision often operate in entirely different mental worlds. The developer writes in model parameters and loss functions. The reviewer sees drop-downs and scores. If there's no translation layer between them, decisions get misread, and human rights get quietly compromised. Let's talk consequences. Take Amazon's AI recruiting tool, quietly scrapped after it was revealed to penalize CVs containing the word women's, like women's chess team captain. Now imagine being the HR reviewer tasked with making hiring decisions, armed only with a ranking dashboard and no insight into the algorithm's logic. How would you know it was biased? Or look at the Post Office Horizon scandal in the UK. Over 700 sub-postmasters wrongly accused of fraud based on a computer system. The human oversight was minimal. People trusted the outputs blindly because they didn't understand the system and weren't given the tools to question it. Let's be clear. Human review is only meaningful if it is informed, empowered, and independent. It doesn't mean clicking approve just because the machine said so. It means understanding how the AI system reaches its conclusions, knowing when to challenge them, and having both the legal authority and intellectual confidence to override them. At Cambridge, one insight stuck with me. Ethical oversight is a skill, not a posture. And in practice, that means giving reviewers what I call interpretive autonomy. That's where your DPIA's high-level description comes in. It should clearly explain what the system does in real-world terms. What risks have been identified? What human reviewers should be watching out for? Bias, data quality, over-reliance, or edge cases? Meanwhile, your technical description gives regulators and internal experts the operational detail needed to assess real compliance and real risk mitigation. The EU Artificial Intelligence Act, the General Data Protection Regulation, and the UK ICO guidance all insist on transparency, explainability, and meaningful human oversight. In fact, Article 14 of the EU AI Act requires that high-risk AI systems be effectively overseen by natural persons. Article 22 of the GDPR too entitles individuals or data subjects the right to human intervention. But here's what Cambridge taught me. Natural persons aren't enough. They must be capable, trained, and legally empowered. And none of that happens if your DPIA is only written for coders or developers. In the US, the AI Bill of Rights and the NIST AI Risk Management Framework reflect the same values: transparency, human fallback, and clarity. Regulators like the FTC are already warning that failing to explain your systems can amount to deceptive practice. So if you're deploying AI that affects real people, do the work and do it right. Write one DPIA with two clear descriptions. One that speaks code and one that speaks human. Because real oversight doesn't start with the AI, it starts with us. Let's examine the need for two forms of descriptions in some more.
When conducting a data protection impact assessment for AI systems, it is important to accurately identify and document the level of human involvement in the decision-making process and when it occurs. If automated decisions are subject to human intervention or review, you should establish processes to ensure that such human intervention is meaningful and effective. Additionally, it is crucial that you highlight when and how decisions made by the artificial intelligence system can be appealed or overturned. Describing the processing activities of artificial intelligence systems can be challenging, especially when complex models and diverse data sources are involved. However, providing a clear and detailed description is essential for a comprehensive data protection impact assessment. While it may not be a legal requirement, it is considered good practice to maintain two versions of the data protection impact assessment, a technical and a high-level description. The technical description should offer an in-depth and comprehensive explanation of the processing activity, intended for specialist audiences who possess the technical expertise to understand the intricacies of the AI system. The high-level description should provide a more accessible and simplified overview of the data processing by the AI system, explaining the logic behind how personal data inputs are related to the AI system's outputs that impact people. This high-level description version can support your organization's obligation to explain AI decisions to people and facilitate their understanding of the processes involved. By maintaining both versions, you can cater to different audiences and ensure transparency in communicating the technical aspects of the AI system's processing activities. This approach not only supports compliance with data protection law and regulations, but also fosters trust and accountability with people affected by the AI system's decisions.
Would you like to become a credible, career-ready human in the loop? Check out our CPD accredited courses at lawtificialintegrity.ai. Build real career capital in AI governance, AI law, and integrity. And make your expertise count. Please subscribe, like, and stay tuned, because artificial intelligence needs your human integrity.